Wife or your daughter getting in and out of the car is going to be a challenge.
That was kind of fun, watching my daughter trying to climb in yesterday. You know.
Alrighty, so
Car is going to be a challenge.
That was kind of fun, watching my daughter trying to climb in yet. Oh, there's a lag.
I'm just going to.
All right, sounds like we're getting ready to go live. That
Yes.
was kind of fun.
I'm going to send us live on YouTube in a second here.
Okay.
Actually, we should be live like right now. And it looks like we are also at time. So what I will do is just play this video, and then when Chuck, you can handle the questions in the Q&A while they come in, then handle them at the end. And then Nicole, you can go ahead and share your screen to do your portion at the end. But for the next 14 minutes, we will be watching this video go.
Cool.
All righty. And we can all mute during that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to KETIV Virtual Academy. My name is Tyler Hart, and I'm with the marketing team involved in running these weekly training and thought leadership sessions. Today's topic is navigating blocks in AutoCAD's next-gen workflow. Your expert for today is Chuck Hackett, an application engineer here at KETIV. If you have questions during the session, please submit them via the Q&A at the bottom of your screen, and we'll try to address them at the end of the session. Also, all these sessions are recorded and available for distribution on ketiv.com or our YouTube channel. I would also like to tease an upcoming series of in-person events that we will be hosting around the country in a city near you. So our Traveling Manufacturing Innovation Workshop will bring together leaders like you to connect with each other and reflect on recent developments in technology, workforce management, customer experience, you name it. Go ahead and scan this QR code today and get signed up for some really good in-person content. And without further ado, I will pass things off to Chuck to kick us off.
Hello there, Command Line Warriors. It's your favorite Chuck with KETIV Technologies. Hey, for those of you who know me, welcome back. For those of you that are new, my name is Chuck Hackett, and I am a member of the KETIV support team, and I specialize in AutoCAD and its verticals. You know, think Plant 3D. So today I wanted to briefly go over the topic of blocks, or more importantly, how to work with them efficiently. So back in the day, a lot of us used to keep drawings or folders of blocks set aside with the blocks that we commonly use. Here's an example drawing that I used for when I was working at a steel fabricator in my area. Right? It can be quite a mess, but at the time it was set up, it made sense to me. So I've got some blocks for title blocks over here, and I have some 3D bolts for fit up over here. And, you know, I even got some antenna mounts over here. Okay. All of this made sense to me. But if I wanted to share my blocks with another AutoCAD user, they might be a little confused at first of how or why I laid this out. I would end up spending time saying, hey, if you're going to be creating new views, you can steal them over here. And these are on no plot layers, so you could use them to line up. That was a bunch of time that I had to take in order to explain this stuff. So shortly after that, AutoCAD came out with the AutoCAD Design Center. Okay, for you command line warriors, in order to access the Design Center, go ahead and type ADC at your command line, and you get the Design Center dialog box. Okay. The thing that I really liked about Design Center was that I could quickly go between my open drawings and I could steal blocks that I wanted from those drawings. You can see them loading up here. Now, in addition to being able to steal blocks out of there, I could also steal line types. I could steal dim styles or layers or text styles even. Okay, a lot of great stuff that came out of here. Okay, so anything I wanted to steal, I would just select and drag it over to my drawing. Now, it wasn't just limited to what drawings I currently had open. Okay, you can see that I can go through a folder system and I could navigate. And if we had a folder of blocks set up, I could select that folder and start using it. It really was a cool system. So, a few years back, Autodesk took that pretty decent system and, in my opinion, they made it even better. Enter the Block Manager. To access the Block Manager, just act like you're inserting a block. Psst, hey, command line warriors, use insert command or type I for short. Okay, this is the Block Manager. Here it is in all its glory. On my computer, it's docked on the right side of my screen. Okay, it's similar to the Design Center in that it provides a dialog box that allows you to see a picture of what blocks are in your current drawing. I'm in a drawing that doesn't have very many blocks. Let me switch to a drawing that does have a bunch of blocks. Here you can see all the blocks in there. Okay, I got some dynamic blocks as indicated by the lightning bolt. Okay, so before I show you the other features of this new block manager, let's kind of back up a little bit and let's compare it to the classic way to insert blocks. So when Autodesk comes out with a new way to do things, a lot of people will write to us at KETIV and say, hey, that's a really awesome idea. Show me how to undo it. Well, for those of you who want to know how to do the classic insert, because I want to compare the two, I'm going to show you the old way. For those of you that are command line warriors, you've probably already picked up that I tend to choose my words carefully on here. And if you want to go back to the classic insert at your command line, you're going to type in classic insert and you're going to push enter. Okay, so this is the dialog box that we all used to use when inserting blocks. It's a pretty decent system. Okay, you got the name of your block, you got a picture preview, you can specify insertion points if you know exactly where you want to put it, or you can say, hey, let me do this on the screen. You can change your scale from here, you can change your rotation from here, you can have your block exploded once it's put in there so it's no longer a block. On the old way, you would click this down arrow and it would show you all the different blocks that are currently in this drawing, or I could browse to a new drawing to find it. Okay, pretty straightforward. Well, we have all of those same features on the new way. Okay, our insertion point, our scale, okay, rotation, pretty straightforward, right? Okay, let me show you some of the new ways or new items that are available now. Okay, we also have an auto placement. So if I am constantly inserting a block and that block gets rotated, say to match this vertical line, that auto placement's going to start thinking ahead and it's going to try to rotate for you. Now, I understand that one's brand new, but it can only get better from here. You can also repeat the placement. So let me go ahead and turn on repeat placement here. I'll keep the insertion point at a random location. But if I grab this guy, I click and click and click and click. Every time I click, it continues to place that block. That wasn't an option before with the old system. Okay? Let me show you some of the other new features that I really like. So far on this block manager, we've spent all our time on the current drawing tab. There are 3 more tabs that are available: recent, favorites, and library. Okay. So the recent tab starts to show you all the blocks that I have recently used. It keeps like a running total. So then there's favorites. So I can go ahead and let's go back to my custom blocks. I could right click on any of these blocks. Let's say I use this bolt set more than any of my other bolt sets. Well, if I right click on that bolt set, I can copy that to my favorites. Okay, I click copy and there it is. Once it's there, I can insert it. I could remove it, or I could clear out my favorites list. So I could make a new favorites list, every other Friday if I wanted to. It's a pretty cool idea. But one of the features that I enjoy so much that I think sets this apart, that will help you forget how to classic insert, is this libraries tab, this one down here at the bottom. Okay. So if I select the libraries tab, I can go through here and I can select other drawings or folders and look at all the blocks. Okay, I can, oh, you know what? Some of these files might be on a different computer, so they may not load. Oh, this one is loading. Okay, so I can quickly jump between my different libraries, and I got access to hundreds of blocks all at my fingertips, all without having to go browse and search and find different folders, so I can quickly move ahead. So one of the cool things about all these libraries is you could set up a library here and have one library for structural items, bolts and pieces of steel. You could have another library set up for mechanical items, all your brackets and your connections, your different antennas that you have going on. And then you could set up another library that has all your paper space blocks, your section arrows. The amount of possibilities that are available are pretty much endless, and your imagination of how you specifically want this organized is going to be the limitation. So play around with this new block manager. Have some fun with it. I think those of you that are using AutoCAD day in, day out, generating drawings that need to go out to clients for approval or go to the engineering team for markups or whatever it is, I think you guys are going to actually be really satisfied. I think that Autodesk really hit it out of the park when they made this block manager a reality. I really hope that they can come up with some more ideas like this. And I really hope that you guys can join us for other KVAs, virtual academies with KETIV, and learn this, hone your skills, get better at your craft, and we're all going to make more money if you want to do that, because that's pretty much the ultimate goal here, right? Daddy's trying to buy a new truck. I got to stay employed and keep everybody happy. And being efficient with my work and getting everything dialed in so I can cut out all the excess steps, that's going to keep you moving forward. Thank you for spending time with me going over these block managers. We're going to go ahead and we're probably going to answer some questions. We want to hear from you guys. What can we do to help you out? Thank you.
All right. So at this point, if anybody has questions for Chuck, please feel free to put those in the Q&A section. We can answer those as needed. We'll give those just a few seconds here to get submitted. Chuck, thank you so much for putting all of that content together for us. This will be also streaming on YouTube in full resolution very shortly here. We just need to get the video uploaded to YouTube, and that can be shared and disseminated with whoever that needs to be shared with. But we will get that full quality video up on YouTube as soon as possible. So we'll make sure that everybody has access to the best quality video. In the meantime, we also want to share some updates on the training side of things here at KETIV. And we have our very own Nicole Morris on the line to walk us through some of the new developments with training. So Nicole, if you would like to share your screen and talk us through what's new there, we'd be happy to hear from you.
Sure. Thank you, Tyler. Great job, Chuck. I love this new block tool as well. I kind of wished it was there when I was doing production, but coming from an old AutoCAD hack, I'd love to see new things like that being revised. So one of the things that we've done here is we've taken a look at one of the main challenges that employers are having today, and sharing the wrong screen. There we go. What'd I do? So bear with me a sec. Is that the right one? Hard to tell. Are you seeing the right screen?
I believe
Yes,
so. It's learning.
Hard to tell. I'm not getting feedback on this side. So yeah, so we took a look at what was going on, and the amount of people that one of the biggest challenges for employers these days is retaining their employees, keeping them with job satisfaction, helping train them to be more productive. And one of the ways that, it's an important challenge keeping that talent, once you train the talent, keeping them engaged. One way that we can solve that, let's go ahead and take a look. So I bet you might be surprised at some of these stats, but it is a fact that this year, this has become a major issue for most manufacturing customers. So it's important that we solve this. We also want to maintain our employees, but there's really a couple ways that KETIV can help with this. And we can help by providing structured learning and for new hires, but also for people that have been using product and want to upskill and want to increase their productivity. We've looked at this in some depth and talked to a lot of people. And one of the things that was requested was a hybrid of a live and on-demand type of learning platform. One of the challenges with on-demand has been time, really, and making sure that we stay on top of it. So what we've done is we've created a program, and this would be a membership program that you would be part of for a year. And you would have a dedicated learning advisor. And that learning advisor would spend some time understanding your skills and understanding what your company's objectives are and what your objectives are. And then they would look with you through the courses and the schedules that were available and help you and assign certain workflows for you and create a journey. So let me show you some examples of this in just a second. So they'll help you monitor your progress and work with your manager to make sure that you're on track with what their requirements are as well. And all of our instructors are certified instructors, so you'll be getting certificates of completion at the end of the live courses. And also, we're going to be doing community workshops. So a little bit longer than what we're doing like on a KVA, but people within this membership will be able to join and add their input on how they are using tools and being able to have that one-on-one time with the subject matter experts. Okay, so as you see, the annual membership is actually fairly reasonable. So these are some of the main products that are in here. So we base this on the people that are attending, the people themselves, and where are you trying to build a foundation? Are you trying to grow your skills, or are you trying to master a particular area? We also have core products that most of our customers are involved in. So these are some of the core products that are available for this program. So what we will do is work with your advisor and they will do a skills assessment. We have both kind of a conversational skills assessment, but we also have some really dialed in skills assessments. So if you're not sure where you fit in, we have some tools to help you with that. We'll understand your company's goals and your learning goals as well. And then we'll help you get enrolled in the live and on-demand courses that we think will fit best with you. We'll check in on a quarterly basis and make sure that you're on track, and then keep your manager up to date. So on the right-hand side is an example of a journey that we might have put together for somebody. This is a person that I just picked out of random. Very common persona that we get for this is somebody who's pretty recent graduate. They might be new to Inventor and they maybe had some experience with SOLIDWORKS in school. So their priorities for both their manager and for them is they want to be able to use Inventor and Vault daily. So that's their main core product that they need, but occasionally they need to access AutoCAD for some legacy data. So they also will be helping create custom content for their company, and they'll want to do continuous improvement with Inventor. So those are the main goals that them and their managers had. And so we helped prioritize them, and then we help set up a plan. And this plan will go basically on a quarter system, and we'll, every month we'll have an assignment that they will do, and we'll check in with them on the quarter to make sure that they're on track. We'll give a notification to the manager on where they are in their progress and whatnot. So there's some accountability here, which is one thing that on-demand training is kind of missing. There's also a path and a workflow. I think, there's a lot of stuff out there on YouTube and there's a lot of data that's available, but it's hard to dial in on what you're trying to accomplish and actually do something along the way. The other benefit here is that you have communication with that subject matter expert. So I get that feedback a lot with stuff that you find out on the web or things that you might do on demand. You want to be able to ask the questions that are related to the data and not necessarily be able to have to dig for it in a video, right? So just having that interaction with the people, I think will be very great. So this is just a part of the learning path, but I think that's a general overview of, you can get an idea from that. So, but that is something that is new. We just started this in end of July. So it's on track. It's going really well. We're getting well received, and we have classes already posted. So we will be posting the dates for these classes, the dates for any live classes, but in general, the classes will be repeated. So whenever you're ready to join the program, we'll just get you in with where you're at that moment and set up a plan based on your schedule. So is there any questions about this program or about Chuck's presentation? We're happy to take additional questions about that.
So far, the only question that was kind of directed towards you, which I already answered, but the $2,000 per is per user. They were just asking for clarification on that one.
That is correct.
Yeah, and then the other question that I have right now is, should the AutoCAD presentations not be attended by those with Plant 3D or people that have AutoCAD and Inventor? And what I was getting ready to say with that is Plant 3D, Civil 3D, those are all verticals of AutoCAD. So when we do our AutoCAD quote unquote vanilla presentations, usually most of those features will also apply to Plant 3D or Civil 3D or electrical, because they're verticals. They all run on top of AutoCAD and have the same features.
Right. Right. One thing that comes up, one question that comes up with the training program is that, am I limited to the learning path that I set? And that is no, you are not limited. So whatever classes are available, you're welcome to take. A lot of times the manager will say, I only want them to focus on this for this 6 months. And then after 6 months, maybe we reset and say, well, I also want them to take these things. So we're not going to limit that ourselves, but that might be a limit imposed within your organization, just to keep you focused and to keep the minimum amount of time out of work spent in training, right? So we'll help you with that as well. Great questions.
Yeah.
So what to do if you have interest in the program? I'm happy to talk to you directly, see where you fit in. So if you want to go ahead and reach out to us, you can reach out to support@ketiv.com and just let them know that you want to talk to us about the training program, and we'll spin up a call and talk to you about that. Awesome. Yeah. Brian, just nice comment. Thank you about the branding was done. This KETIV logo was done in 2018. That's why you're seeing that. That's just the branding. Thank you. It's a brand new presentation, I promise. Yeah. All right.
Chuck and Nicole, thank you so much for your time today. Like we said, this will be posted to YouTube and to our ketiv.com/KETIV Virtual Academy. So everything will be available in full resolution. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Chuck and Nicole, thank you for your time, and we look forward to having everybody